You're on to CoreTV News on the hour. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. President Muhammadu Buhari has launched the emblem for 2016 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration. At the launch, which took place inside the council chamber, President Buhari appealed to well-meaning Nigerians and corporate bodies to assist in ameliorating the situation of war veterans and their dependents. We'll bring you details of that story subsequently. A federal high court sitting in Abuja has extended till Monday, November 23, the summons issued on the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami to appear in court to explain the siege on the Abuja home of former National Security Advisor Sambo Dasuki. The extension of the date by Justice Adeniyi Ademola was at the instance of the new Solicitor General of the Federation, Taiwo Abidogun. Abidogun, who was in court for the first time on Dasuki's legal action, had informed Justice Ademola that the new Attorney General had yet to formally assume office. The police in Ogun State have arrested 8 secondary school students during an initiation into the Black Scorpion Court Group in the Kara area of Sagamu, in Sagamu local government area of the state. The suspected court members are alleged to be students of Remo Divisional High School, Kara in Sagamu. The suspects were arrested at about 12 midnight on Friday in a bush in the area during an initiation rite of Ayola Akbed, a 16-year-old student of the same school. The suspects include Sadiq Sulaiman, Sheyi Okebi, Olaide Sadiq, Dari Sodia, Ogunfunwa Samson, Adegba Michael, Usman Adams, and Isa Sulaiman. The State Police Public Relations Officer, Muyiwa Dejabi, who confirmed the arrest, added that the command will rid the state of criminals and cultists who terrorize and harass innocent people. The PPRO also confirmed the transfer of the students on the orders of the State Police Commissioner to the Department of Criminal Investigation and Intelligence, Elewero, Abeokuta, for further investigation and prosecution. The permanent secretaries in Plateau State Civil Service have been warned against sabotaging the government, and warning was given by the Plateau State Governor Simon Lalong at a retreat held in Jos to broaden the scope of bureaucrats. Our correspondent there has details in this report.
In line with the decision of the presidency to hold retreat for its permanent secretaries, the Plateau State government counties permanent secretaries in order to bring them up to speed with modern-day method of administration. At the event where the governor was represented by his deputy, the permanent secretaries were charged to abide strictly to the Civil Service Code of Conduct to avoid sabotage in their ministries.
With this line of action is that you will form a critical mass in ensuring that our change administration achieves the purpose and the promises it made to the people of Plateau State. Your commitment to service delivery, therefore, is to ensure that you direct the affairs of your ministries towards achieving the policy thrust of this administration within the duration of its mandate.
The permanent secretaries were reminded as the bridge between the political class and civil servants, utmost decorum is required as they carry out their functions within the Plateau State Civil Service.
May I seize this opportunity to emphasize that the roles permanent secretaries play in the government are very critical. This is because they occupy very unique positions. They provide a very vital linkage between the political class and civil servants.
The bad state of Osogbo-Ilobo Road to Ogbomoso in Oyo State is no doubt a source of worry and nightmare for motorists to apply that access. Incidentally, this federal road falls to the constituency of the Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives Honorable Lasson Yusuf. While residents and motorists groan in hardship, succor may be on the way as the Deputy Speaker promises to push for the reconstruction of the road. Rashid has details.
The reconstruction of Osogbo-Ilobo and Ogbomoso Link Road, which also links the northern part of Nigeria, is long overdue. The federal road has been in bad condition for years. Residents of the communities along that axis said the terrible condition of the road is affecting economic activities in the area. The only request the people of this federal constituency from the Deputy Speaker, who is their representative in Abuja, is to facilitate the reconstruction of the road during his time as the Deputy Speaker.
The road from Osogbo linking Okini with Ilobu, Ifon, and Oyo State boundary is in deplorable condition. And that is really affecting our socio-economic activities in Ilobu. In fact, if you want to come to Ilobu from Oshogbo, people will just, it will take about 1 hour before you can get commercial vehicle. And it's just because of this deplorable condition of this road. And when the government will really assist us in, reconstructing that road and the bridge.
According to Lassan Yusuf, the reconstruction of the road had been severally included in the previous budgets but not implemented, promising to do his best to ensure that the road is fixed.
This particular road has always been in budget over time. That is left to, I am praying that God should help me so that when it is put in the budget, the people who are supposed to do the implementation, do the implementation. But you can be sure that I was born here, grew up here, did everything here. So I've lived with that bridge in the last 55 years of my existence. And I know what it means. And I know that if that is one thing that I'm able to achieve as the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, then I know I must have done well.
The council chair of Irekbodun local government area, Adenike Ogunshola, explains the inability of the local government to fix the bad road.
Our contribution, we don't have the capacity to construct the road. But within our own terrain, what we could do is to fill the pothole with laterite, which could be a little bit moverable for the people. That is only what we can do within our capacity. We don't have the capacity to construct the road, but within the little capacity we could do, we've been working on it.
The people of Ilobo and adjoining communities no doubt look up to the Buhari administration through the Deputy Speaker in fixing this road. But how long they will wait, nobody can tell. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ilobu.
The town of Obaile in Osun State is now experiencing a restive calm as the ownership tussle in the little town took to a dangerous trend over the week. At least 2 persons were wounded when some thugs suspected to be supporters of one ruling family reportedly attacked members of another ruling house of the area. Residents, however, calling on government intervention to forestall further breakdown of law and order. Rashid also reports this.
Oyegoke ruling house, according to the rotational method of ownership in the ancient town of Obaile, is the next to produce the king to fill the vacuum created since March when late Oba Michael Adebisi joined his ancestors. Speaking with the head of Oyegoke ruling house in Obaile, Joshua Ojo said there are 4 ruling houses recognized by the law and government of Osun State, which exclude one of the main contenders in the race, Oyeyemi Oshamu. He says they have presented a candidate to the kingmakers for approval.
The trouble is propelling. Otherwise, if it escalates, it will not be easy to curb. So I beg the state government, security officers, all parts of security to come to our aid and save us from the planning hire killers.
Some of the youths that were attacked during the fracas want government and security operatives to wade into the matter before it escalates.
Peter Adejobi, he is the one that is saying that they should kill this boy, kill Ahmed on that very day. But we really thank God on that very day that he was not killed. Because I didn't mean that he was killed. We can't say this town will be peaceful.
Both the kingmakers and the Oyegoke ruling house claim to have met with the state government concerning the issue as they hope for the government intervention into the matter to engender peaceful coexistence in the community.
Oyegoke members met. They took decision and handed over Suleiman Olaiwola to the head of kingmakers, who is the Isa Obaile Olasunkanmi, the next to Oba. The government has known about it.
While the people of Obaile await the announcement of new Oba, they also look up to the government for protection. Rashid, CoreTV News, Obaile, Osun State.
Back now to Plateau State, the Ministry for Youth has organized a seminar for the youth corpus in the state to raise awareness on the HIV/AIDS pandemic that is prevalent in the Plateau. Our state correspondent has details.
Plateau State has 3% annual increase in HIV and AIDS disease and has been ranked as number 6 in the country among states with the epidemic. In order to ensure that the youth corpus who are in the state do not fall into the dreaded disease, the State Ministry of Youth, in conjunction with Plateau State AIDS control agencies, organized a seminar to sensitize the youth on the dangers of risky behaviors.
If you read it in 10 minutes, you know about HIV. You can prevent yourself, you can tell anybody about HIV and AIDS.
As the issue from the Youth Ministry emphasized that abstinence remains the best solution if the youth are to escape the grip of the disease, adding that although there are other ways through one may contact the disease, immoral acts is one of the most common of them all.
Scale prevention services in the state, the partner and the executive director have already said 0.00. That is what we want to do.
A word they say is enough for the wise, as the dreaded disease remains without cure.
Well, as the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, has inaugurated his cabinet, charging them to be more proactive in fulfilling the change matter of his administration, the state of the nation remains issue of discuss as more reactions continue to trail the agitation of the sovereign state of Biafra. We bring you that story subsequently, but back to Plateau State, where the House of Assembly has resolved to extend by 2 months the tenure of management committees that were installed by the Simon Lalong administration after it sacked the duly elected local government officials sometimes in June 2015. Our correspondent has details in this report.
Governor Simeon Lalong installed management committees to oversee the affairs of local government councils in the state when he cited the issues of corruption and kicked out the duly elected officials. He, however, did not state the dates for new elections. It is in this view that the State Assembly decided to extend the tenure only by 2 months, within which it is expected that all electoral issues will be sorted out for democratic governance to be restored at the local level in Plateau State.
The request for confirmation by His Excellency and the resolution of the House thereon do not contain tenure for the management committees for the local government councils. No office, elected or appointed, can be filled without stated duration for such office.
Speaking on the floor of the House after a 2-month deadline, member representing Panshin South said they were compelled to do so in order not to disturb the fragile peace in the state.
What we have just passed with regards to the local government caretaker committee is as a result of what I consider applying the doctrine of necessity. Because in the first place, you'll agree with me that the legality or otherwise of that structure itself is being contested.
A faction of the Movement for the Actualization of Sovereign State of Biafra, MASAB, lashed out on a Nugun Catholic priest, Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka, describing his comment on the struggle for Biafra as insensitive and unguided. Father Mbaka had, during last Saturday's sermon at his Adoration Ministry, condemned the recent agitation and protests for Biafra Nation, describing the action as evil. This came as the All Progressives Congress Southeast Geopolitical Zone yesterday appealed to MASAB and similar groups to stop their war drums as a could scuttle the quest for Nigeria's president of Igbo extraction in 2023. Apparently infuriated at the fiery clergyman's comment, Director of Information, Faction MASAB, Uche Namadu, regretted that Father Mbaka's condemnation of Biafra's struggle was selfish and shameful. Well, the issue of single parenting, though a thing the African society frowns at, seems to be gaining acceptance now gradually. Correspondent Sarah Ayeko met with a group of single mothers under the aegis of Exceptional Moms in Lagos. She has more in this report.
This group of single parents with the name Exceptional Mothers seem not ready to be held down by their circumstance as they defy all odds to rise above the stigmatization of societal values and prejudice. With the pressure that comes with raising a child alone, The convener of this forum, CoreTV Gregory, believes this is a platform to encourage others on the challenges that come with single parenting.
More of the reason we had to put this together, single parenting is happening. What are we going to do about it? We can just keep watching and act like it's not happening. We need to face it. And another reason is, I've seen people that have given birth that ended their lives there. But you giving birth is not a crime, it's not a disease, it's not a sin. You can do better things with your life. And we hope that through this gathering, we'll be able to reach out to more people that are in this position. It's not a crime to be pregnant and not be married. But I always say something, you're not just single, you're single, but you're double.
A single father, Olarewaju Agbola, also used the occasion to address the myriads of neglect that comes with single parenting.
Yeah, it wasn't a sweet experience, if I could say. I had my first issue when I'm leaving secondary school. So I think we call that, in our part of the world they call it mistake. But the second one came out of my stupidity, because I'll call it stupidity. Yeah, so fine, as in I'm grateful to God anyway, was after the second one came, I concluded I'm not going to get married anymore. So, and I felt there's no woman that's going to stay with somebody that hasn't a single father or something. But I didn't find it difficult as a man to engage, have a dating or stuff like that, because I'm a man. So I find it quite easy because I could talk to a girl, they could listen to me. But once they hear I have kids, like, no, their parents is not going to allow that to happen.
Other participants also had this to share.
When I got pregnant, I knew that my family would be supportive because that's the way my family is. So now people ask me, oh, how come you didn't get an abortion? And it was because I wasn't desperate enough, because I knew it wasn't the end of my life. I knew I had changed my life in a very permanent way, but I didn't think that my life was over because I knew that my family would have my back. Parenting is hard work. I wouldn't encourage anybody to do it unless they're sure that's what they want. But specifically about single parenting, if you think you can handle it, by all means, go for it.
When there's a separation or a divorce, what happens to you is that there is a break in your dream. It seems like a loss, It's just that, unfortunately, divorce is an unending loss. Unlike, death, the widow knows that, the man is gone, and he knows who snatched or what snatched the husband away. And so, you can channel your pain, your everything, but where a guy walks out from you, you're separated, you're divorced, you're actually very clueless as to what happened. Marriage can actually be beautiful if you're in it with the right partner. And so it will be totally wrong to say that it is better to be single. But at the same time, rather than being an abusive marriage, in a marriage that is taunting you or pulling you down as an individual, it is better to be single.
According to analysis, single parenthood can bring added pressure and stress to the job of raising a child, especially with no one to share day-to-day responsibilities or decision-making. But participants at this forum believe it's not the end of the world. Sarah Ayuku, CoreTV News, Lagos.
We're back with stories outside Nigeria after this break. Do join me again.
This is what the people are saying.
You don't run a big economy with generator. They need to do more in terms of energy and power.
Many things to do for this Nigeria about lights, water, and new TT.
For Nigerians that are not gullible, we know that good laws have done nothing good for this country.
Buhari won the election convincingly.
Talk to our husband that you should keep promise about what you said, and because people are watching you, another election is coming.
Because some people will strong for Yoruba land, will be strong man. You don't die.
This nation is moving forward. The best is going to take place.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then News. CoreTV News, our 24-hour news station.
Welcome back. You can get all of our top stories on any of our social media platforms. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/CoreTV News. Follow us on Twitter at CoreTV News, and you can also subscribe on our YouTube platform. It's youtube.com/CoreTV with a space and news. People gathered across France as the country marks its second day of mourning following coordinated attacks claimed by ISIL that killed at least 129 people in Paris. Mourners lit candles and laid flowers on Sunday at the locations of the attacks across the capital, standing in silence. Now, this is just as the police investigators elsewhere in the country have launched a search for the attackers' accomplices. The French police had earlier identified Omar Ismail Mustafa, a 29-year-old Paris native, as one of the attackers. Mustafa's detached finger was found overnight at the Bataclan Concert Hall, the scene of the bloodiest attack. Myanmar's President Thein Sein has promised a smooth transition during a meeting with political parties just a week after the landmark election. Addressing members of the political parties in Yangon on Sunday, the president said all duties would be transferred to the next government systematically and according to the schedule. Thein Sein, whose semi-civilian government took power when the military government stepped aside in 2011, said they would respect the result and hold reconciliation talks with Aung San Suu Kyi. Well, results from the Election Commission confirmed National League for Democracy's thumping victory in the first free nationwide election in 25 years. And that wraps it on the news. These are. Join us again at the top of the hour for more. I'm Femi Oguntoye.